said before, they have to shoot for each other. When it comes to this making roster, yes, they have all of the slaying ability to beat any team out there. But the one thing that's stopping them is teamwork, and I want to see more of that from now on heading into San Diego.
You know, one thing is, like, if you know, when I think about my career and seeing like all those teams who are always super excited and really like classified as those hype rosters, they have high highs, but they have some low lows as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I said composure is going to be everything. You know, you may come out on some of these earlier rounds like this one, right? You get a lot of key kills, you're screaming, you're excited, the team is on a very high high. But when your opponent comes back and slaps you up a few times, those lows is sometimes, you know, some teams don't never come back from those lows, you know? So that's why composure is going to be the one thing I'm looking at Ghost Gaming all weekend long, because you're going to get slapped up. You guys, they're not going to come out and have a perfect event.
No.
Optic doesn't come out and have perfect events, you know? Even if they have one slip up, they still have one slip up during that tournament. But you got to be ready for those slip-ups, and how you handle them is going to tell a lot about you and your roster and your organization.
The slip-up already happened. Optic Gaming off of initial had a blunder with Solars. He was the one to take out Mental. He had the first blood. Optic Gaming, they're now going to go to fight back for this boat. We're going to see if Ghost Gaming is going to be able to protect this upper area in the 2v3. Sleepy Time, full red, gets down, gets taken out by Mental. Mental also gets taken out by Identivs. Identivs has backup in the 3v2. Solars and Explosives are fighting to get into this bowl. With domination coming through, Optic Gaming has no choice but to step into one of these hills, which they did by capturing B.
Interesting. So Identivs, you can see his position change on this map a little bit.
Yeah.
Identivs is in that front spawn position at the top of the key. Rezik's in that fifth spawn at the bottom.
That's interesting.
So yeah, I'm gonna pay attention a little bit closely and going into that second round if Identivs is actually playing that bowl at the top. But usually those front three spawns is where you want to do it. And I'm seeing they got their trio, you know, their original Slayer trio, and Identivs, Rushies, and Speedy kind of focusing up top. So I'm curious how that's going to be doing. But I think Identivs is a good player you want up there, right? I think
big time.
He's a super scrappy player, and he makes big plays as well. So definitely he's very clear on what he has to do, because I do believe he was kind of playing that barn side before, that 1v1 down low.
All right, Optic Gaming, Solars rushing through, bulldozing his way past Rushies and Identivs. Summons taking out Sleepy Time. 3 kills, 4 kills for this team. Rezik, 1v1, 3 kills, 2 deaths. He was unable to win against Solars. But Optic Gaming looking to make a difference. 198 to 115. Optic Gaming still has the chance, but they're able to get a domination. They're applying every single bit of pressure that they can on Ghost Gaming's home hill. If they're able to do this, Blaze, and also stop A from being captured, they're going to be able to win. But A stop. You see only one hill being capped, which is the A hill. Optic Gaming now with 2 hills, so they're able to get the B hill. The domination counter will pick back up again. Ghost Gaming, all they have to do is
Did
remain
somebody go down
consistent.
overextend across?
They have to,
No,
Blaze.
they did not.
There's no way they dropped that.
Yeah, they did. So
Ghost Gaming
this
down
is those,
1.
This is those lows, man.
Yeah.
You know, you should
learn from this.
You're gonna have moments like this against Optic more than you want. Even when you prepare for it, you're still gonna have moments like these.
It's gonna happen.
You just gotta stay composed in them. But still, early on in this one so far, Ghost Gaming just kind of 10 points away. Just could not get it done. They had to defend our home hill for a second. I almost thought they had somebody kind of slip by the back lines and kind of extend to that home hill of Optic, but they did not. So, but that snipe's gonna go up top. That's going to be a weapon in which Ghost Gaming, they got a lot of talented snipers in their team. We know Rezik, he loves it a lot, but I actually want to see, because I do believe he's playing a 1v1 fight down low. Yup, and that little side roll told it to me. You see that white dot on your little mini map, that's Rezik looking at those home hills. Now let's look at the main 3 up top, because he's not doing anything important that I want to see. Sleepy Time's watching that apple cut, and yep, Identivs off that front spine. He's going to be controlling that narrative with Rushies. Rushies not able to finish off that kill, but he put his damage in.
Unable to finish up Rushies with the 1-shot. Got taken out, but you see Praise in the bowl with other Optic members. Identivs on the outside looking in with his Lancer. He runs away. He knows that it's a fight that he does not want. But with his teammate Speedy inside doing damage, Speedy able to take out Praise in the 2v1. Identivs takes out another member. Mental goes down. Identivs picks up another kill. And there you have it. Ghost Gaming, they get complete control of up top with the sniper rifle in Identivs' hands.
Yo. Look at Danny. They call him Danny Rand.
Takes out Summers immediately with a headshot.
Yo, look at him.
Jason Bourne.
Don't worry, I've been watching a lot of binge watching a lot of Netflix. Okay. But Danny with the scope. I'm gonna call him Danny Wan if he gets another headshot for the rest of this game.
I like Idenus in this position. I like the fact that Idenus is front spawn. I like the fact that he's able to do what he always did when he played in Mexico. He's able to be aggressive and just take over the game with his complete slaying ability.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be a clean headshot. He went for the down. That was a smart move. I would have started pre-firing that right corner and told my teammates, take that guy out of that power position, and as they work on over to get explosives, because you got to kind of take them out. You're going to see him try to miss a few of those shots. There you go. He gets another one. Danny Wan.
He's keeping it out.
Okay. Okay, he's going to finally fall, but they got a lot of damage in. But Mental, he works his way through. Sleepy time, he picks up one, looking for the second, connects with those shots, and that was a great try from Sleepy. One thing is that he got off the 3 of the quickest shots he could have. He never took his eye off his opponent. He stayed moving, and he worked those camera angles. But it's Optic Gaming, 2 rounds in a row. They get it done in those later rounds, and that just shows how when Optic, they push as a unit. They know where all those kills are getting picked up at. They know when they have the numbers. And as soon as they get an advantage, they make the best out of that advantage every single time. So whenever you are able to get an advantage as a roster, as a unit, when Idenus got that down on explosives, the other 2 players should have pushed that guy out on the right while Idenus held his snipe over that guy's head, double teamed him, cleaned up that kill, and just let him put in damage across the rest of the map, and they worked for that home hill. That was when they had to capitalize on their power position. But you give Optic too much time to think. You give them too many opportunities. They will best you. You can't second guess those type of moves.
Not at all. All right, looking for the 3rd round in a row. Optic Gaming with praise up top with 5 kills. They're looking to dominate. Ghost Gaming played extremely well in the bowl last round, but it just wasn't enough against the likes of Optic. We're going to see, this is going to show.
I want to watch more Idenus, by the way. I just want to let the observer know. I want to watch more Idenus, especially off this front spot in the bowl, because I feel like Idenus running. I feel like ever since Idenus got the Ghost, he had like a little language barrier as his English got better. So he played a lot of isolated spots, you know. He played a lot of those 1v1 positions, but to get Idenus back in his native positions, the ones that he was kind of playing when he was on Splice, those front spawn positions, I think that's very, very key in him playing his best game. And he was one of the nastiest slayers that we saw in Season 1. But ever since he had joined Ghost, he kind of had to take a step back, right? Because they had a lot of stars in that team. Idenus did bring no more slaying power, but that never meant that he was in his most comfortable positions. So I'm curious to see the role changes across the board on every single map for Ghost Gaming now.
All right, rushes with the sniper in hand. We've seen what he's done with an M-ball with a sniper. He can do pretty much the same with Mental in his sights. Rushy's able to get the headshot, taking out Mental. You see explosives coming up. Rushy's has him in his sight. He's holding down this B hill. Ghost Gaming finally slowing down Optic Gaming. But Optic Gaming, you can't give him too much time to think, because they're going to try to formulate a push. You see Sleepy Time in a 1v2 with Praise. He gets taken out by Praise. Explosives takes out Speedy as well. So Reshi's, I believe, by his lone with a sniper rifle. He's going to try to stall Optic Gaming long enough for his teammates to come back and run for the help.
You got those 2 smokes. You know some players are coming. He's just looking to get damage on somebody. Now he's going to call out Carmine. He's the weak one. At this point, they know that Carmine probably got his health back. Rushy's looking to get one more shot. Can't get it. Now he needs to bring out that shotgun, but he's going to go down, and that's Optic on another retake. Now, usually when Optic goes for these retakes, they push all the way through. You see, none of those players stopped. They just kept on going. They knew what the next mission was. It's like, all right, we're going to leave one person on top of this B hill. We're going to send the rest of the units to the home hills. And the question in which you have to ask yourself is, when Ghost Gaming in the early game situations, why they're not doing these exact movements, right? Why aren't you taking control of that bowl and still putting that pressure on the home hill? Why is it that you feel that you need to go into a two-cap setup, right? You need to ask yourself, what are they doing that we're doing different? And that's probably where you can find where your weakness is, because all you gotta really technically do is pay attention to what Optic is doing and match it.
That's it. For one of the teams that steady field more than just about everybody else in the game.
Just match it.
You expect that from Ghost Gaming.
But see, that's why when I be telling you guys, like, you know, Optic is always on the same page, and a lot of these teams need to make sure that all these players understand and have that middle picture. You should not have to be told what your next movement is. None of these players have to be told what they have to do next, you know? They're probably getting some damn good leadership out of explosives, but for the most part, they know what that next perfect play is going to be.
For instance, Rezik and Identix, they saw one person in bowl. Identix ran in, but Rezik threw a smoke grenade. They're now on the same page. That's where you have to build chemistry and be able to call out, you know, hey, let's push the bowl right now. 2v1. We're splitting the 2v2. Let's call out this one player and put all of our focus on him.
So, but this is also one of those moments where you can get lost in the sauce early on. Yeah.
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I don't know if the boom placement is the right one down low, because you've won 3 initials up top. You've gotten 2 good setups. You've gotten snipe as well.
It's a
now, this is what I say about lost in the sauce, because you see that snipe there, like, we want a team fight, because I do it. You know, I win a team fight, snipe here, and I'd be like, all right, y'all, let's just chill out for a second, because I want to snipe. You know what I'm saying? Not because I want to get the round over, but because I want to shoot some shots. I don't care what the caliber of the match is. I still want to shoot some shots with that scope after I just won it, right? Ghost Gaming, they're winning the fights, and they're saying, hey, let's go for these setups. Let's just lock it down. Quick 2-hill setup. They want to get some snipes in, but they never capitalize after that. Once you get those kills, put the snipe on your back, play for the domination. If it doesn't work, then having that snipe is that much sweeter.
Oh, yeah. Optic Solars making waves since he was traded to this team from Echo Fox, proving that he is now home with his friends on Optic Gaming, fitting right in. He's a great support player who's able to slay out of his mind as well at any moment. So Optic Gaming pushing in an extremely aggressive. Solars leading the way with the shotgun out. He's in the bowl. The boom shot takes out Summon. Solars still trying to make something happen. He gets taken out with a boom shot.
That's 2 down. Here go 2 more on the flank. Do they know that they're on the flank? 3. Technically not the flank, they're on that side of the map, but they do know where they are. They have a pinch coming through.
There we go.
But Mental, he recognizes that I have to go forward and make the play. So he takes out his front target. Now him and his teammate, they can get a nice little 2v3 fight on these guys in bowl.
He's getting great shots.
Oh no. Oh, that's 1, that's 2.
All right, I thought he was gonna do it.
He got some help from his teammate, but this is super scrappy, right? And in that scrappy engagement, you guarantee at least your home hill is secured, right? You got a lot of your teammates able to spawn up, get some map control so that your team is not in a difficult position, but that's 4 initials that Ghost Gaming has won so far on Reclaim. They've lost 3 of these rounds so far. We'll see if the 4th round is going to be different. But what you guys are getting a chance to see is how well an Optic is good at adapting and rotating and making the best out of their advantages. Now, currently, it's a 5v5 situation. Ghost Gaming with another 2-cap. We've seen this break 1,000 times. Let's go up here and watch this bowl fight. Let's actually get an overhead camera view on that bowl if we can, yeah. And you're going to start to see these players kind of push on through. They're going to take their man advantage, get that down. Wolf packing, looking for another man advantage. Boom, get it. You're going to have 2 players disperse, go straight to that home hill. Now, you're going to know a few of these Ghost Gaming players, they're going to try to overextend towards their opponent's home hill to try to extend this round. But now Optic got sniped. Mental is the only person in this bowl. The rest of the players are working a low side, and now they're slowly working their numbers advantage. And technically, they got a number advantage on every single hill with Mental having his snipe in his hand. Now Ghost Gaming playing off that back foot. They just had an advantage, but the question is, can Ghost Gaming get out of this situation the same way Optic Gaming got out of this situation 3 times so far? Technically 4 times so far.
One of the most methodical teams in the game. Optic Gaming were once down and now they're above in points, up 2 hills to 140 to 137. Mental leading the way, calling shots, weakening opponents with the long shot here in the bowl. But Ghost Gaming, now you're going to see a push.
This is the first time we had a chance to see Optic hold that 2-cap setup with that bowl hill and them having snipe in hand. Let's see if they can do Ghost Gaming one better. Now Ghost Gaming, they got the boom off respawn. This is their 2nd boom shot in which they've had in this round. So that's going to be 4 boom shots in which you've acquired. And if they still lose this round, red flags. Red flags. Something's happening, right? You got to figure out why this team can't take the make the most out of these advantages that they have. Now Explosive making his defensive stand. They lock in his home hill. Optic Gaming just needs 1 more hill to close this round out, and they got it locked down. It's their opponent's home hill. Can their opponent break it? You see the scramble. A is still capped.
Hey, headshot from Summon, the long shot.
And then
Mental comes up with the chunk on Rezik. And there you have it. Optic Gaming able to grab this and take it away from Ghost Gaming, going up 4-0. Ghost Gaming's close. They're close. They're just not getting there.
What close get you though in this? What close get you?
Close don't get you far.
Do close pay the bills?
Nah.
Does close, make you hoist the trophy? Yeah, we were close.
Nah.
Yeah, that's the nice thing to say. It's almost too nice. It pissed me off, you know?
That just shows there's a lot for Ghost Gaming to learn, especially going against the top teams such as Optic Gaming. Really, one of the few teams that they really have to focus on beating coming to San Diego.
Imagine you got second place and, your mama was like, baby, you was close.
Oh, I'll punch her in the throat.
You was close.
Get out my face, mama.
Like, mama, don't talk to me right now. Get that close stuff out of here. But in this one, let's see. I'm expecting Ghost Gaming to win the initial. They won it 4 times, right? I give them that much for now, But they're going to have to make the most of it. They hit 4 booms last round, still lost a round. Okay, Optic, they're going to try to get this one out. Solars manages to shoot 1. He still has another in his back pocket. So this time, Optic, they get both power weapons. They get sniper and they get boom shot as well. So they're looking good. Let's see how they want to utilize these power weapons to close out the round. Summons won his 1v1. That's why he got the snipe and he has control over the B hill.
Okay.
This boom was in the hand of Solars. He's still going to have it. So the question is, where is he going to take it? He's making sure that his teammate's safe up top because worst case scenario, Optic, if they get that call out from Explosives where he says, hold up real quick, let's just do the 2-hill setup, you know? They're going to put the boom in position. They got the snipe in position. Now this is a 2-hill setup from Optic Gaming. They don't give a damn about Ghost home hill. Just uncap. They say you can go cap it. We're going to just keep taking snipes at you. You're going to have to dodge summons with the snipe. But they also know Ghost has to come back up top as well. And as soon as Ghost, groups up, they put 4 players together, 3 players together to retake this bowl and he toss those smokes, that boom is going to come out. And I think they're going to put their foot on the gas to close out this round.
You see Ghost Gaming is starting to gather up with smoke grenade flies up. That means Ghost Gaming, they're primed to push. Solars aims his boom shot, takes out Identim with 3 more players up top with them. Solars is poised to pick up yet another kill, and with 1 player marked, he's full red. Solars picks up another kill, taking out Rezik, and that's 5 players down for Ghost Gaming. Optic Gaming on the move for this A hill and the domination.
Like I said, they were going to group up, the booms are going to come out, and then Optic was going to put their foot on the gas and close out the round. It's exactly what they did. They get a man advantage, they close out the round. Other teams get man advantages and they feel like
they lose their mind.
No, they just want to give them another shot. They don't ever feel comfortable, yeah, we got the 5v3, 4v3. Let's just hold a 2-hill setup. We won this one, okay? We can put ourselves in a defensive position, and sometimes you feel like if your team's in a defensive position, that 9 out of 10 times your team should probably win that engagement, especially if it's a map like Reclaim, because you have only a few areas in which you have to push up. So you should be able to clearly watch those angles and get damage on these players, especially if you have bowl control. So you should win those fights, but Ghost Gaming have not been winning those fights when they do win the initials and they give their opponents a second opportunity, a second breath of life. And, we haven't seen Ghost Gaming win 2 team fights in a row. I'll tell you that right now. They may win an initial setup and then they get beat out, but because if they would have won the second one, they would have closed out a round and won one of these by now.
All right. Sleepy time. 7 kills, 13 deaths, one of the most passive players on this Ghost Gaming roster. He's here to offer support for his teammates to see if he can help them out as Identis comes back with the boom shot. No, he kills himself, taking out soldiers with him. Sleepy Tom looking for his next move. He backs up, he realizes the 1v1 with Praise is not a fight that he wants. So with the bowl fight, you see Optic Gaming gathering around the Wolfpack, that 3v1 scenario. Sleepy trying to even the odds by taking his own 1v1. Puts out a shot. Nothing connects at the moment, but with Lancing Fire coming this way, he backs down just for a moment. With support fire on his side. Summons gets taken out with the boom shot. The advantage is in Ghost Gaming side, so this 1v1 is absolutely big. And Sleepy Town walks away with the kill. 3 down for Optic Gaming. All players alive for Ghost Gaming. Can they take advantage of their numbers? It's been the story of the series so far. I want to see if they learn from it.
All right, Ghost Gaming, they won the initials. Now they got super aggressive. They didn't hold back. Yes, it's a higher respawn round, but it's one in which they were a little bit more confident that they can close out another initial in their favor. And they finally closed this round out. And so, out of the 6 rounds, 5 initials won by Ghost Gaming. Only 1 round. 5 rounds actually won by Optic Gaming. Ghost Gaming only able to take one of those rounds in which they won that initial. So
yeah,
it's that's just them. That's just how you got to look at that roster, right? You can kind of clearly see where the weakness lies in it, and but it's good to kind of notice that now, right?
Yeah.
It's good to be, you know, paying attention and rewatching the stream so you can kind of pinpoint what needs to be worked on, and you got a week to do it.
That's something that has to happen with San Diego around the corner. I mean, it's complete blasphemy if you don't take advantage of this game film, but on board with Reschis, we're going to see if he picks up his 11th kill. There's 2 players in front of him. He's going to be the distraction as his teammate behind him tries to pick up... Oh. Excuse me, never mind. Reschis taken out easy. Mental with the double kill, taking out both Reschis and Icedenos. Solo's unable to get the kill. Town gets the knife.
He comes down to the 1v.
There it goes.
And Summons staying alive.
And the E-Hill will be taken by Ghost.
It took 9 kills to go to happen on top of that hill to get a clear winner. And it was Ghost Gaming winning another initial. But at that point, you got all these players respawning up, and we're about to have all 10 kind of flood this area once again to get control and to stop it. Now, folks, it'll be in halftime. We will have the shorter respawn timers of 12 seconds. Also, all power weapons are wiped off the map, and you're starting to see our next set of hills. So, as we were fighting beforehand for the boom shot down low in the barn, which is the current area we're fighting in, we're going to have the hill be the main focal point as well. We're probably still going to see a power weapon get planted there in the later rounds, but that hill is alone to force these teams, both these teams, to fight in that barn area.
All right, with Idenum spawning for Ghost Gaming, only 2 alive. 3 alive now. Reggie speeding Idenum. They all need to go their hill right now. We're trying to create a diversion. Optic Gaming going for the throw. You see the D hill trying to be capped, but Mental and Co are holding it down as long as possible, trying to stall, trying to get as many points as possible from Ghost Gaming. They're able to get the domination. That's an added plus. Rezik is the last player alive. He's unable to make the clutch as Mental ends his kill streak at 1. And Optic Gaming picks up their 6th round.
It's that Black Steel Marcus, man. Best character in the game. That's all I'm saying.
Hands down.
That Black Steel Marcus, you know, that's one of my go-tos. And now I understand why I haven't been missing shots lately, you know? Because Mental, he using it and he ain't missing, so it must be the character, right? Must be if I'm not missing shots.
Hands down, and boom shot at the bowl.
The bowl is going back up top. I agree with the play. I'm down for it for Ghost, you know. They didn't put the sniper early on, but they were winning the engagements up top. You know, in the first half, you win 5 initials. All right? You need to win 5 more initials to at least tie this game up.
Yeah.
Back to back, right? You got to win the next 5 initials. Hell, you got to win every round. So you might as well change that focus up top and go back to, you know, living your best life.
All right, here you go. 4 players of Optic Gaming into both Solars with the first kill on Speedy, getting the first blood. Boom shot picked up by Mitchell. This could be all over for Ghost Gaming because Mitchell makes a huge play. We see Explosives get taken out. Mitchell gets a shotgun kill on Reschis. But Rezik in the 1v1 against Solars. He whips out his pistol.
Yeah, I like this about Rezik.
Nice down, unable to do so. Mental uses that first boom to take out Rezik.
Yeah, that was Summons. Oh, no, my fault, that was Mental. That was a long range.
Here we go. Mental being the shield, blocking Ghost Gaming from getting into the hill as the domination comes through. And there you have it. Optic Gaming 7-1 against Ghost Gaming.
The armed fortress. You already had a tall green wall there, but now you got rockets firing out the front gates as well. It's just gonna keep getting bigger. Okay, NOLA was a great event, especially for the community as a whole. We got a lot of new viewers in NOLA. You know, we had
great
viewership, great event. You know, a lot more people watching. It was a great show, and San Diego's going to be no different. No matter what the pools are, we had our best competition in NOLA, and I think the competition just gets better in San Diego.
Yeah, the Passion Gears definitely stood out in NOLA, but also at the same time, I think it's fair to say we saw some of the best games of Gears of War of all time. But on board with Reschis in the initial Sleepy time, it's the first blood victim. Explosive getting a double kill, taking out both Sleepy and Reschis. 3 straight kills for Optic Gaming as Idenums goes down as well. So Rezik retreats to his home hill, sees himself in a 1v2 scenario. Tries to make the most of it, gets taken out swiftly by Explosive. So Explosive's trying to bully his way in his opponent's home hill, trying to pick up another kill. He has help from Praise. So these 2 players forming a squad, denying access to Ghost Gaming as Optic picks up their first round.
Every round should be just like every round you should be trying to replicate what just happened there.
That was beautiful. It was perfect gameplay.
you gotta try to do exactly what Optic Gaming did, you know? Get those kills, get those caps, bring those power weapons to your opponent's home hill, be as fast as possible in that domination. So we'll see if Ghost Gaming can replicate that one. But of course, when it comes down to the weapon selection, mid-map is their choice. This is their bread and butter. This is the fight they love. This is the fight they practice for. So they're going to put that boom down right away. And I agree with the decision. You know, play every weapon placement like it's your last. So you have to prioritize what's most important. You know, there's no such thing as a throwaway weapon placement. You know, like, no, let's just put something here. No, okay, because you should know what your opponent's gonna do. You should know what your team needs. Okay, if you don't know what your opponent's next moves are gonna be, where you want to kind of block out stuff for them, because like we just saw on a previous series on Down with Lucent versus Space Station, then ask yourself, what does your team need, and get that down on the map as soon as possible.
Right, Speedy picking up the first kill for Ghost Gaming, but also Explosives getting a triple kill, taking out himself and some teammates of his. So a few Optic players spawn. You see Speedy, Sleepy Time. He finds himself in the 2v1 scenario, takes out Summons, and with control of top table, real estate is on Ghost Gaming's side. So with a brief number advantage, Ghost Gaming, they're looking to take advantage and push as much as they can, get into Optic territory. They're going to do so pushing in the Pistons.
All right, let's see. You're going to see this group up. Ghost Gaming on their cave side, looking to push in together. Identity is trying to be careful with that Lancer so he doesn't shoot his own teammate in the back. He may have got a few shots kind of slipped in there a little bit, but his teammate is still alive, got his health back. And so now it is a 3v3 situation, and that's a quick fight, but you have to keep challenging that, right? If Identity did not push up while that guy was weak, he gets his health back, your team is in a difficult position. Both teams recognizing that the fight on the T, you can see why we call it the T. That little cover looks exactly like the letter T. But that fight on that cover is so important, and you got to make use of that advantage with that player being weak. And none of these players are scared to do that. Everybody has that mechanical skill, has that movement to close the distance between them and their opponents in a short amount of time. So he's weak, little wall bounce cancel to the right, to the left, get in, and just try to curve that shot over the top. Make it happen. But you're going to see Ghost Gaming, they came out on top in that fight. So they will win that retake. And I guess I can, you know, so far the first two initials, you gotta credit them both to Optic Gaming, you know? With Ghost Gaming, they got the retake and they're standing alive, and they're trying to control the tempo of this map so far. And I believe both teams are starting to wait for this boom shot respawn.
All right, Reds are being a bit aggressive as he gets hit with a Lancer now full red. He's realizing that push was a huge mistake. He gets taken out, but also revived swiftly before being taken out by Mental. In that transaction, Mental was also taken out by Speedy. So Speedy on the push, 7 kills and 3 downs. He's trying to capture this home hill so they can get a domination. With the 1v1 stopping him, he gets taken out by Summons. Summons with the boom shot now rotating in the Pistons. Let's take a look at the x-rays. You see a few players from Ghost Gaming down there. Summons have played smart. He can rack up a kill or two with this last boom shot. Just depends on how patient he is.
Yeah, you know, he's going to say, hey, wait for the smoke to go down. You know, I spotted 2 guys in the area. They're going to try to identify, and that boom's going to come down. Rushy needs to not move an inch, but somebody marked him, and now he's exposed, and that boom shot's going to see him as well. So they might use this boom shot to get the splash damage in, but they're like, yo, Rushy's is too weak. And Rushy, he played his life almost perfect because he knew that he couldn't come off a cover or he was going to go down, but he was still able to fire off shots without taking any damage. But ultimately, he goes down. 4 goes down for Ghost Gaming. Optic Gaming comes out on top with that domination and gets 2 rounds in a row.
Even when it looks like Optic's down, they manage to find a way. Their composure is second to none. These guys, they can find themselves down in any situation, any scenario at all, and still find a way to come back, fight, and win a round. That's one thing I like about this roster, and that's why they're the best team in Gears history. Yeah.
You know, Optic, you see those dominations happen so much for them. And, like, as they start making these big team fights, as they start forcing these big team fights, like at the end, they were at a stalemate, they had the boom, they constructed, you know, a 3-man push, 3 to 4-man push on top of that B hill to break the setup with Ghost Gaming. But then you have that one player on the other side of the map, and most of the time the Summons, and he's just like, you know what? As my team, I know they're gonna win that team fight, so let me just put myself in a position for the trip cap down. You know what I'm saying? Let me get aggressive on my 1v1 so I can at least keep that guy out the picture so that I know for a fact that my team, at least at minimum, has an even 4v4 fight. You know, you have to keep your guy, keep tabs on your guy, and make sure that he doesn't you know, think that, hey, you know what, I can leave my home hill for a little bit and go be that extra man in that team fight down low. Like, no, you have to focus on me. If not, I'm just taking your home hill and map control. So.
All right, here we are. Optic Gaming going for the domination. Rezik was able to land in the hill for a brief second to stop the timer. That was unable to help us. Optic Gaming got the kill, picked the time back up, and won their third round in a row. And Blaze, I was pretty skeptical when Ghost Gaming dropped the boom shot, because Ghost Gaming, they haven't been hot at all in initials. And so if you're losing the initials and Optic Gaming's winning, why put down a weapon that's going to work in Optic Gaming's favor?
Well, granted, and just to you know, just to give them credit, this is a new map. Off the first map, they won. They played what, 9 rounds? My fault. They played about 9 rounds in the first map, and Ghost Gaming won like 6 of those initials. Yeah. Okay, on map number 1, they put the boom shot down after round number 1 after they got smoked. I still think it's still a good choice. And you've been winning majority of initials so far. It's probably tied at this point, but you know, you still got to play your game. Even if you get it cooked, you still got to play your game, man. Find those slight adjustments. Sometimes it's coming down to a smoke getting there late, you know? That is something as simple as that, and having a player stun and unstun makes the biggest difference. And we're seeing Optic pick up these kills, and that's going to be a clean team wipe. And we're seeing why this is Optic's map pick, you know? They're getting scrappy from multiple different lanes. It's typically 3 lanes fought on this map. You have a fight at Statue, you have a fight on top of the B Hill, which is currently at Pistons, and you have a fight mid-map. They're winning all their lanes, and when you're dominating and controlling all your lanes like that, the atmosphere on the other side of the table, on the other side of those monitors, with this side on the other side of the screen, is just completely different. It's sometimes it's broken because
it's chaotic right now.
You know you're in your opponent's head. They're not winning any of these fights, and that's why we're seeing all these quick rounds going in favor of Optic Gaming.
I mean, Rushies is 0-7 at this point. Rushies is one of the best players in the game, and when he's 0-7, you know there's a problem. Ghost Gaming, they need to figure out how to shoot for each other and combat Optic Gaming as a team down low in this initial, because these rounds are won off of initials so far for Optic Gaming. They're able to get the kills, the advantage, and run in swiftly for the domination, which they're the best at when it comes to this game. So, on board with explosives, 10-4, with boom shot in sight. Gets the night down, Sleepy Time, Speedy, Rushies, all fall for Ghost Gaming. Optic Gaming, every player has stayed alive so far this round. And Rezik being the last one alive, Optic Gaming gets a clean sweep on this initial 5 kills in a row.
So I'm gonna give you this is probably an unofficial stat with me, because we technically don't have stats down from the last 2 seasons, but I can tell you this, just based off my gut, Optic has, anytime Optic has won the first map of any series, they've always won that series. Yeah. The only times in which Optic have lost is when they lost that first map. They lose the first map, then you got them kind of playing from behind, and from those moments you can kind of take down Optic Gaming. But anytime they have taken the first map, all right, I can at least confidently say 95-96% of the time they have always won that series, if not 100% of the time.
I'm hurt right now. Rushies is 0-8. This is something that you don't see often. Ghost Gaming, they're flustered. They're not able to do what they want to do down low against this Optic Gaming roster. With the boom shot down there, they're going to have to pick things up and win these initials. They can close out these rounds fast. So Rush coming up from behind, whips the first shot, able to get the second shot, taking out Mental, who had the boom shot. But Explosive, spraying the Lancer, able to take out the last remaining member on Ghost Gaming. And Optic doing Optic things once again. They're going for the triple cap. 4 seconds left.
This is going to be the fastest foundation I actually probably can watch it. Wow, dude, make sure everything right for the draft show.
7-0. Hey.
Yeah, right. That's right, ball, right? Because this is stick a fork in it, folks. I can't give Ghost Gaming hope on this one.
No. If Ghost,
that's done. That's done. That's done. Playing behind. We tried to do a last fight night with Echo Fox, and being the most positive.
It didn't work out.
We put all our biasness.
You cursed it.
When I stood up.
Once you stood up, everything was going well. Then you stood up, and that was it for Echo Fox.
Yeah. You look at the story in this one so far. This is that Optic. They're ready for San Diego. No, stop. 3.
Get out, explosive.
Both those were his downs and the shot.
Explosives.
Three of the most accurate shots you're gonna see, and he's looking to put in a 4th, right? That's 4
4
kills
in a
for
row.
This is the last guy. Oh, no, they got some, yep, that's the last guy.
That's it.
Now you got the rest of these players off the respawn. Look, my gosh.
It's child's play, boys.
Yo, folks, give it up to Optic Gaming, taking the final 2K before San Diego.
That was a close game.
They did it in a super dominating fashion.